Hey guys, it's Bellamy here from Midnight Suns and welcome to my movie review for Until Dawn. So this movie is based off the extremely popular horror video game from PlayStation, which is also named Until Dawn, but this movie is nothing like the video game. So if you're going into this movie expecting it to be anything like the video game, you will be extremely disappointed. Now, is this movie a bad movie? I don't think so, but it is extremely mid. It is pretty much just a generic horror slasher movie about a group of teenagers who get trapped in this time loop and they get murdered over and over again by monsters. It really doesn't bring anything new to the horror movie genre, and there are plenty of better horror time loop movies like Happy Death Day. The story is pretty predictable, the characters are not memorable at all, so I can't say that I would recommend this movie if you are just looking for a good horror movie, but if you're looking for something to just pass a few hours of your time in the theater, I think it's okay. But anyway, I now want to review this movie from the lens of somebody who is a huge fan of the Until Dawn video game. So when I first saw the trailer for this movie, I was wondering why the heck is it even called Until Dawn? The plot is completely different from the video game. The characters aren't the same. Basically, in the trailer for this movie, the only thing that we saw from the video game was the Wendigo creature. That's it. So going into this movie, I was already prepared for that. I was just thinking it's just gonna be Until Dawn in name only. It has absolutely zero connection to the actual Until Dawn video game. But it turns out, surprisingly, that isn't true. Believe it or not, this movie actually does have connections to the video game. But before I talk about the connections to the video game, I just want to point out it's pretty stupid that a movie based off a video game is actually more like a video game than the video game itself. You know, the Until Dawn video game was already this extremely cinematic experience when you play it, and yet the movie feels more like a regular video game because you have characters basically respawning all the time when they die. It just feels like a video game trope, which actually isn't even in the original Until Dawn video game. In the video game, when your character dies, they die, that's it. But in this movie, they just keep respawning and playing the same day over and over again. So yeah, like I said, it is nothing like the video game at all, and the video game is even more of a movie than this movie is. So how on earth Sony and PlayStation Productions even greenlit this movie knowing that this movie was gonna be like that when they read the script is just beyond me. But that's not to say that this movie is complete trash and not worth watching, because actually if you're a fan of the video game like me, there is actually one big reason to watch this movie. And the following is minor spoilers. I mean, it really isn't really connected to the story of the movie at all. But I will just give a spoiler warning, so if you don't want any spoilers at all, then please click off this video right now and come back after you watch the movie. But yeah, here is the spoiler. I mean, it's more of an Easter egg, but okay, this movie is actually a prequel to the original Until Dawn video game. So yeah, I think that's actually a big reason for the fans of the video game to watch this movie, because this movie actually adds to the lore, the world building of the Until Dawn video game cinematic universe. Like, I'm not gonna spoil who, but a certain character from the video game is actually referenced at the end of this movie. And this movie even reveals how the Wendigos in the video game were created. So yeah, this movie actually ends where the video game begins. So it is a pretty nice treat for the fans like me who actually love the video game, and we can really enjoy the Easter eggs that they place from the video game, the references from the video game in this movie. But for regular moviegoers, I think they won't get any of it. It'll just be a generic horror slasher movie to them. But yeah, the Until Dawn video game fan in me really marked out at all those Easter eggs, all those references to the video game. But okay, let me now give this movie a rating. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I think this movie is a far cry from the video game that it's based off. The video game is easily a 9 out of 10. And overall, I wouldn't say this movie is bad. I mean, one good thing I can say about this movie is that it wasn't boring. But really, if you want a good cinematic horror experience, I highly recommend playing the video game instead. And yeah, with that being said, we've come to the end of this review. If you haven't subscribed already, please do consider subscribing and hit that notification bell to keep up to date with everything going on here on the Midnight Suns channel. Thanks again for watching, and as always, stay gold and never fade. Bye guys.